Hello, little creatures. We're with Malzacruz. We're going to be going through your I Ching reading for March, tarot, a little bit of astrology. We're going to be going over every single zodiac. So fast forward into this video, find your sign, but also Malzacruz is going to be doing the I Ching for the whole month. I'm going to be honing in on the zodiac, so make sure you listen to every single sign, because interweaved in here is the details regarding March. I want you to comment below your experiences and come back here. Tell us, how did your month go? Did this resonate? Write down some of this. The comment section is your diary. Yeah, so please tell us the introduction here. How's it going to go for the 12 zodiac signs this month?
So I'm seeing it's humbleness is our hexagram. That's the overall theme, is humbleness. So stepping away from and really being cut off from things that make us proud. That's the overall theme. If it's all right, I'll just read the text like I like to always open with, because it's so important, the decision from the Zhao Yi. Is that all right?
Yes, and try to speak into the microphone.
You bet. Humbleness, prosperous and smooth. For a superior person, there is an end. Humbleness resonates, being steadfast and upright, good fortune, long-lasting, prosperous and smooth, no fault, favorable to be steadfast and upright, favorable to have somewhere to go. The most important part of this message is humbleness resonates. There's probably something in your life, dear listener, that has cut you off from something that made you proud. That can be challenging, but I want you to understand it's very clear that there are powerful spirits at work that are getting you to back away from these things to create it's stripping away the weak parts to create an incredibly solid foundation.
So I feel that Aries, you're thinking about, there's a lot of different things on your plate. You're feeling this surge of energy during this time. You're thinking about much higher possibilities in life for yourself. What you could be doing, where you could be going. I think that there's going to be the emotions, a lot of the emotions of other people are going to come up. Oh, wow. I feel like you're also, Aries, you're going to be experiencing a lot of victories. If the first part, if into preparation for this month, you pay attention to where you're supposed to be at and not get lost in the possibilities, I see you going through a victory season in March, and being able to see your part in the world and making your impact known. See public recognition. With the Six of Wands, I see a lot of the seeds that you've sown beginning to flourish. And your inner resolve, continuing to strengthen the inner resolve inside of you. Yeah, I don't believe you're going to be bringing in some of the patterns that have been holding you back. You're going to be letting go of some addiction energy. You're going to be letting go of relationships, people, situations that are not serving you. this is an era of getting free of disappointments, overcoming different disappointments, choosing not to get bogged down by them, really choosing to be free. Because with the Eight of Cups, you see her, you see how sad she looks. You see, but it's reversed. So she's coming out of a great deal of disappointment. So I feel like there's a lot of things in your life that you've been disappointed by, disillusioned by. And this is your month to overthrow that. And it's the power of fire that's going to enable you to overthrow those feelings there. Do you have any thoughts, Melissa Cruz, about Aries? The fiery nature of Aries, meaning? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what you say resonates with what I'm seeing in the I Ching reading, in that this really has a suggestion of being on the, it's a relief from the trouble that's happened. We're definitely seeing that this is a good time of turnaround and positive growth. So again, the overall theme being humbleness, but we have a sense that that's the correction has been made, and now the growth has started. The plant has been trimmed back, and now it's ready to expand and really grow in a healthy way.
Yeah, so tell me more about this month as we move into Taurus here.
Like more of what we're going to expect. We're going to expect, we're going to expect to see, there's the spirits have, there's a lot of pressing energy. And right now we have an unseen energy that has, it's subtle in its form, but powerful in its impact. And it's hidden from us, but what we're going to see is that what was in heaven comes to earth, and what was on earth comes to heaven, and the subtle force is going to come up under the thunder. The wind comes up under the thunder and really drives it forth into something that's a long-term sustainable. We're not talking about the thunderclap as a smash, but what we're talking about is a long, sustained rolling thunder, right? And I think that's how I would describe it. Coming from, we've probably seen some losses. There's been some humbling involved, and we've had trouble, but there's now some relief. And now we're really ready to create something and really, really do something. There's a beautiful quote from the I Ching, one of the complementary hexagrams I'd love to read. It says, "A tortoise worth 10 pairs of shells cannot be refused." So that's the old style of divination, burning tortoise shells. And it's saying one mandate that's worth 10 more cannot be refused. Like, it's such good news. And there's been some humbling and some stepping down, but the mandate is so pure and so good. The spirits at work behind us have our interest in mind so much that as long as we can remain humble and learn the lessons from our hardships, we have immense growth potential.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of your roots taking forth, Taurus. I'm seeing up here an idea of some sort. Both of these came out reversed. How I see reversed is also in the making, in the preparation phase. And if we reverse this card, the roots then ascend to the heavens. And the seed right here is being planted deep, deep within the earth. So what I think is happening is you're gestating these different promises that you've made to yourself, that you've made to the world. You've probably felt your dreams meeting with practicality in the innermost places of your heart. And this is the month to start to act, prepare, get a to-do list, make the vision, write down not only the big picture, but you need to start, I'm feeling your guides want you to know to write the details, write a daily to-do list. And put the vision down as well, the big picture. And when you meet these small picture, the details with the big picture, it's a beautiful harmony between the sky and the earth, all of these things. So your guides are calling you to ground yourself this month. See it as preparation. Yesterday, I was interacting with my best friend's soul. I'm very psychic, so I can feel his soul, even if I don't interact with him. His soul felt so nice that day. When I talked to him later, I heard that he was working very diligently on himself. And so it was very difficult. That was a very difficult and tiring day. And we might be hard on ourselves because we don't feel good. But in fact, his soul was thriving. So I want you to see this month as this kind of case that's coming to me is preparing for the great abundance. Like this card, look at how intense those roots are. Look at how really intense those are. You're being called by your guides to lay down some really hefty roots. And I want you to give thanks for this trial. I want you to give thanks for this time, because the stronger the roots, the better the fruit, the bigger the blossom. And the roots are going into the dead things, into the hidden things. They're dying in things that other beings spit out. So they want you to do shadow work. They want you to dive. And I'm specifically using the dark tarot to bring out this shadowy element. We hear so much about, love and light, but really the true flame is facing the darkness. The true stars are clothed in the darkness of night. So this is a month of blackness for you, to face the misfortune in yourself, face the situations in yourself that bring you misfortune, that bring you poverty. Put yourself in this part of your soul that is homeless, that is starving, that is in a war zone. Embrace it, feel it, give it nourishment, give it compassion. That is the seeds and the power, the nutrients that go into your prosperity, your abundance, your joy. So I think this is a preparation. This is the catapult springing you back to launch you at a further date. So go dark this month into yourself and birth in it the compassion that you need. So yeah, if this resonated, please comment, Taurus. We would love to hear about how it struck your heart and cracked it open. Yeah. So let's move on to Gemini. Malzacruz, tell us about how the I Ching applies to the more windy, intellectual, more constantly changing facet of the Gemini. The twins,
Yeah.
Pollux and Castor. How does this apply for them?
In the air element, we see a transition from what was hidden, external force, becoming a very much prominent.
And try to speak into the microphone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Technical difficulties, my bad. The what we're seeing is from that hidden mandate of heaven, the hidden forces and spirits that are driving us and outside of us, becoming very present in a personal space. It looks like inspiration to me, like really feeling the muse. That's really the perfect word for it. The muse of having that sudden inspiration coming to you from nowhere, and really becoming a positive driving force for changing the external experience.
You say that in a different way?
I see a big impact. I see in the wind. I see good ideas in the wind that make a good, strong impact. where you can really change the environment around you with them. And kind of, I don't want to say out of nowhere, but not something, like I say, like the muse, like something that comes to you, like an inspiration, a new idea that really allows you to push some real strong force, really make a big change, paint that mural at the kids center that changes the kid's life, or whatever it is in your life.
Look at the strength in those cards. The strength that's there. Look at the power. Yeah, Gemini, you are coming into a very powerful time. This is the King of Cups, and it's reversed. So you, like Taurus, are going to be diving into your depths, the depths of your soul. You might have avoided water. You might have avoided your heart. You might have avoided those things, sought to push them away. Saturn, from all of my astrologers, from different people, this is a month of Saturn. March is a month for Saturn to bring a reckoning, to check the accounts, check what's happening, to see if you've been passing your tests. Financially, physically, in earthly matters, you're going to have great stability with the Six of Spheres, of Pentacles. You're going to be feeling generous in a period of stability. But it's the emotional sphere that they are calling you to master. This is the mastery over your emotions and the more watery aspects. As all the chaos starts to happen in the world, this is your calling to strengthen your foundation in your soul, to strengthen all of the defenses in yourself. The greatest defense is protecting the heart. The Egyptians would preserve the heart, and in such a special way. It was most important. Anubis would put it on the scales. Even Christ said, guard your heart, for the issues of life flow from it. With the King of Cups, your guides want you to examine what your heart is saying. The intellect will rage as you do this. This might be a month of emotional cataclysms. And I loved at the end of the show, Dune, she was going through so much pain, so much trauma from her past. And there was this fear virus, this parasite. And the only way that you could survive it was allowing it to pass through you. So your guides went to, just like this soul here, look at all of the intensity that the King of Cups in this card is going through. Look at all of that watery and dark abyssal energy. So you have a lot coming in store for you emotionally. They want you to possibly journal, possibly do things that cause you to be aware of your emotions. Maybe even keep a log of how you're feeling. Create some stability in the storm. Merge with that earth. Even in the I Ching card, we have very, very stormy energy happening. Very, very stormy. See, it looks like a big wind. Malzacruz, do you have anything to add based on what I've said relating to Gemini?
Yeah, it is a storm. Is really exactly right. We're talking in terms of wind and in terms of thunder. And I love what you said about allowing. I think it's so important to allow our guides to guide us, and going through that purification process. And really, again, the theme of the month is humility. So really learning that humility and allowing that inspiration that I was talking about to come through you. So maybe stepping back from the work of art that you're actively creating, and maybe do some automatic drawing. Allow some new inspiration to come in, And I love that. Actually, if that were my piece of advice for our Geminis today, I would say do some automatic drawing. Step away from the painting that you planned out for the last 10 years or whatever it is, right? And do some automatic, if you're a writer, do some automatic writing, and just let your guides, let your spirits, let your subconscious run with it, and humble yourself a little bit. Take yourself out of the picture of it and see what's there for you.
Yeah, and also, Gemini, your guides are telling me to be aware, be highly aware of your dreams. When you go to bed, I really want you to say, I intend to, when I wake up, to be in my highest possible timeline. And then when you wake up, I want you to say, I am now in my highest possible timeline. Just be open to all of those receptive nudges. I feel like you also may be interested in lucid dreaming. This is the time to start to realize you can create from the dream space, the waking world. The Vedics see this as actually the dream world. So this is your time. Like, this is our greatest hour. Gemini, you have so much skill in this department, in the wind and all of these things. So your guides want you to become more earthly, more earth energy, more of that watery, more grounded in the heart that unifies, brings the opposites together, harmonizes them. So you've got a great month ahead. So be encouraged. Yeah, so we'll move on to tell us about Cancer, the lunar, watery, that crab, that protective energy. Tell us about how their March is going to go.
So probably looking towards late March, I see a strong drive to this humbling process we've been talking about, and the things that are not serving us are collapsing and creating really strong roots that we can dig down in. For the crab, I'm going to recommend that you really take an active part in that you really step into that role and try to, it's a good time for shadow work, good time to take that last bit of the thorn and carve it out. And what we really want to see is diversity. We want to see it expand and grow, and that the blossom grows in many directions. But the main focus I want to emphasize is actively participating in the correction, finding the things that are faults, finding the shadows. And I don't want to speak down about our shadow selves because it's an important and essential and beautiful part of us. But what I'm really trying to say is our faults. Find the places where you're at fault, where your thinking is incorrect, and actively work with your spirit guides to eradicate those. It's a great time to do it. There's a lot of back pressure to really help you make good progress there. What are you seeing in the parts, Lugal?
You're seeing the foundational point of the energy is the world reversed. This is Bina in the Kabbalah, or Saturn. So again, I said at the beginning of this reading, the theme is a very Saturnian energy. And that's why I'm leaning into it with these like black and white cards. You're going to be seeing very much black and white and be tempted to see in black and white. You're going to be tempted to look at the chaos in the world, to look at, like, there's an egg here. What could be in this egg that's hatching? Could it be something good? Could it be something bad? But really, when the world is chaotic, when the situations are chaotic, and we don't know what is happening, you are being made, Cancer. You are the one that is being made while the world goes crazy. And as the world go crazy, if you strengthen your mind, you will have a phenomenal ability to stabilize yourself in the way. With the Three of Wands reversed, you're going to be thinking about a lot of different possibilities of where to travel to, what to do, so many different inspirations coming to you all at once. Malza Cruz, how do you feel about this one?
I think it's beautiful when we do two different divination systems and we get to see the crosstalk between them. I think that's really beautiful because what the I Ching is telling me about, it's a diversity is beauty, that it's beautiful.
Yeah, diversity certainly is beautiful. Let me adjust this real quick. Can you hear me all right? Let me edit this. Hello? Technical difficulties, real quick. One moment. I can't hear anything on my mic, so I gotta... Give me a moment. Say something. Wait, let me gotta edit this.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
I like the
yeah.
idea
Now we're back. Yeah. Okay, continue.
we're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Cool. What I was saying, I like this idea of a particular practice to recommend. So we were on Cancer, if I recall.
Yeah.
I think that the particular practice here, I'd be very practical with it and say the least favorite person at the office, make friends with them. Find something you have in common with them. Find a way to engage and befriend really diverse perspectives in a really immediate way. And I think that would really serve our Cancer this month or in March.
Yeah, it's also like a vortex. You're entering the void. This card is reversed, so you see the light at the center. It's actually quite the opposite for you this month. You're going to be experiencing confusion, chaos, the void. But out of that, you will find this egg of extreme clarity, insight, when you don't know who you are or what you're doing or where you're going, that is the moment. Then you will know who you are. You will know where you're going, and you will know what you're doing. So embrace the confusion. I had a friend, and he was so distraught over there not being, he's like, oh, life doesn't have a point. What if you're the point? What if out of you shall come a point? And that point will be the birth of a new world. Yeah. So let's move on to fiery Leo here. Tell us about Leo.
So Leo is our goal. Yeah, is our guiding light. The guy that we need to go and make the friends at the office we were talking for Cancer, hopefully that's the Leo that they're going to come and talk to. We want to see some fire energy. And it might be Leo's position in March to be a bit of a disruptor, to cause a bit of trouble and to stir up the water elements around. That's what I see the spirits wanting, is for a little bit of a ruckus. We'll have some calm water. You'll see some calm waters around you probably, and even inside you. Maybe those erupting forces are outside of you, but I want you to lean into them and dance the dance.
Leo.
I'm not encouraging anyone to start a whiskey rage and get all stompy, but maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Don't do alcohol, children. Don't do it. Have a rage with non-alcoholic liquor. Don't do alcohol, children. Seriously,
Yeah,
don't do it.
I'm not a drinker. I only mean to illustrate that it's a good time to stretch some wings and bend some minds, and like I say, dance around a little bit, cause a little bit of good-natured trouble.
Yeah, Leo. Yeah, we have your power, your light, the emanations inside you coming out. Usually I have two cards. I had a third card that got highlighted to me here. This is the sun, and they're all reversed. With the theme, there's tons of reversals in this reading. With the theme of this reading overall, and for you, Leo, the theme is this gestating period, going deep within the earth, deep within the underworld, into the abyss. We even have the devil here, very underworld, all the way in Malkuth, in the kingdoms of the earth, the kingdoms of the Dark Lord, the one that preserves things, that densifies. So you'll be meeting the dark man. But as it's reversed, it takes a more subtle, more yin energy. So you'll be meeting the dark man in yourself. You can see the moon here being reflected in this card. You can see with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, your emotions are going to be intertwining with material responsibilities. This lady has so much of her roots going upward. As this card's reversed, your roots in your mind will be going into your subconscious and interweaving with your emotions. So I can see a lot of heart and mind membranes being broken. Your thoughts will have feelings, and your feelings will have thoughts. You'll be spinning. You'll feel like you're spinning out of control. But what's being happen is that the back of the tapestry is being woven, and you're seeing the back of it. Come a little bit in the future time, you'll be able to see how it all moves in perfectly. The dark man is here to test you, to try you, to show you who you are. I see you being tested with trials and temptations, possibly addictions. I would say give yourself grace in this time to strengthen yourself. Give yourself courage, but you only have as much courage as you embrace your fear. I want you to see all your fears this month as a permission to give yourself courage, to siphon off all of that intensity from those fears into your power. With the sun reversed, it's highlighting this message. You're a star being born. Yeah. This channel has a very powerful solar energy. So I anticipate a lot of Leos are going to be clicking on that and getting inspired. It's very interesting to see the sun reversed with the devil. Also, when I think of the devil, I think of the places that we have blindness. Also, the sun is in the darkness too. This will be a very dark, trying month. I put these cards upright to just show you the image better, but they're all of these cards are reversed. They speak to, this will be a month that you'll feel is turned upside down. So prepare through cultivating physical strength. A healthy body is a healthy mind. Cultivating spiritual disciplines that bring you closer to your truer self. This month is going to make you truer. I think the fear, if you allow it to pass through you, if you embrace its wisdom, if you see every bit of your shadows as what can the shadow, what wisdom can it bring to me? And if you ask it, what is this part of me, especially the unhealed parts of us, what does it look like at its highest potential? I think you'll find treasures. As Hades rules the underworld with gems and rubies and stones, you will be seeing stones deep within yourself in the painful things. You'll be finding your value, the true value of who you are. This is a month that is cranking you into a more powerful meaning. This is a meaning-making month. Meaning and purpose, reverence. I think this is a month of reverence. If you want to do work, do it with the mother, Bina, Mary, Durga, the dark goddess, Kali. Start to work with them this month. It will bring you and align you with all that's happening in March. So actually for you, Leo. All right, let us move on to Virgo here.
So in the I Ching, I see Virgo in much the same space of really being in a great position to correct some errors and um, being a participatory force. There's a lot of work happening in the spiritual world that is hidden to us, that's going to be pushing us forward in really wonderful, beautiful ways in March. But I want to encourage Virgo to own that and work in cooperation with those forces to really create something beautiful. To take the slow pressing energy that is inside and letting that work in cooperation with the unseen spiritual forces, that you should be in unison. You should have some good unison. You should be able to make really good progress and see, where the corrections need to be made. It is a real sense of peace and like good, healthy, steady, slow progress. What do we see in the cards?
We're seeing resistance to change. We're seeing an entrapment of mental instability. But as it's reversed, it's preparing you for more stability in your thoughts. I'm seeing that this month is going to try you. A lot of the things that you have been holding on to, Virgo, you will be letting go of. You'll be letting go of different thinking patterns, different parts of your identity. I want you to doubt your doubts. I want you to doubt the overly judgmental and more scary thoughts that you have within. Doubt them by seeing through them, embracing them. Go to where they're taking you. Follow the dark voice in your soul and know that it becomes brighter. It starts to illuminate, it starts to open up portals where that thing that you thought was so bad, so harmful, actually is your greatest friend. It brings you wisdom that you could never find anywhere else. This is the wisdom that's from you. I think that this is, this card is speaking to me. These swords aimed at yourself. Virgo, you might be struggling with a lot of self-criticalness. I see these swords about to fall. You might be dooming. Oh no, there's all these things gonna come upon me. Your guides are calling you to reverse this process. Liberation of the mind. Do yoga, do things that ground you. As chaos heats up in the world, now is your time to let the chaos make you into order, make you into a self-disciplined force, solar force. Embrace your masculinity this month. Embrace your drive to be free by setting limits on yourself. Alza Cruz, do you have any more thoughts on Virgo?
I think you really nailed it when you said yoga. That's what I'm seeing. It's a great time to engage in some yoga. And as you say, maybe if you feel that sort of Damocles hanging over your head, to take a breath and really focus on that healing breath and that healing energy. I can't imagine a better analogy than yoga. It's hatha yoga. Indulge in some yoga. It'll do you a world of good. And allowing you to find the slow, steady pressure, like I say, that's in you that wants to manifest and has a lot of yang energy to share, and calming it and really letting it come forward.
Yeah, Virgo. Yeah, thank you for showing up to this reading. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Go on to, let's see, we have Libra.
I think you should do the cards first for this one.
All right. Every card is reversed. Oh my, I don't think I have any upright cards in this entire thing. I don't know if I got... This is crazy. Wow. Yeah, Libra. Yeah, you're so into bringing harmony, bringing peace. Saturn is wanting to make you this month into a winner by feeling all the places in you that feel defeated. They want you to find the conflict in yourself. You're going to be put in situations of conflict, both internally and externally. You're going to be tested and refined this month. This is a really intense energy. I feel it's like a loaded cannon. Ask yourself, where do I see conflict within myself? Maybe there's parts of yourself you're trying to avoid, you're trying to negate. This card is preparation, the Six of Wands. The situation is going to be starting with your defeat so that they can prepare you for the breakthrough, for the miracles, for the open doors. And with the Five of Wands, the situation will mature to the degree that you handle these inner conflicts. The external conflicts will come to test you as well. This energy is quite the opposite of Libra. Libra is not wanting to like have losers and winners, but this is a 6 of Wands. This is victory, right? So you're going to have to be facing the part of yourself that is about winning and losing, competition. I also think survival. And the deeper you go into that, you will remove yourself from the survival energy. When you enter it into with higher consciousness, with higher light. I'm seeing a lot of chaos this month. So root down into your spiritual practices, your physical practices. Upgrade the foods that you're eating higher vibe foods, living foods, staying away from toxic situations. They want you to prepare for success. And this is a success that's only defined by you. Maybe that's having an eco-village, growing your own food. Maybe that's spending lots of time in a field. But they want you to prepare for a sense of victory. Maybe you're just challenging yourself. You're not necessarily comparing yourself to other people, but your guides want you to live for the audience that is within you, to live for the host of witnesses that is in you, in your soul, beckoning you. For you are the judge, Libra, and your soul is continually examining. So give yourself awareness. Make this a month of awareness. Malza Cruz, do you have any more thoughts for Libra?
Yeah, I'm really inspired to say that back to if I were to recommend a single practical course of action for Libra, I want to say I would recommend going somewhere, taking a trip of some kind, maybe going somewhere new, or maybe it's somewhere old, like a vacation, but mixing up what you see and where you are, and in a sense of, it was really like an image of a vacation, like you say, like a triumph, but also some upheaval and self-learning, like you might expect on a trip. So if you're in a position to, Libra, I'm going to recommend maybe go home and see your folks, or go to the beach you've been meaning to, but take a trip if you can. If not physically, then something along those lines. Maybe go back to that hobby that you were doing before, or something that takes you out of where you are and puts you somewhere in a victory parade sort of way, not in a burdensome way, but in a go and like a trip to some place. I don't want to say conquer, but that's the word that's trying to come out. But
Yeah.
that you can go and you can conquer it and really like revel in it and learn and be.
Sometimes you have to be conquer, you have to be Martian to bring harmony. You have to be a warrior to promote harmony in yourself. You have to subdue yourself to emanate with peace. And yeah, we'll move on to Scorpio. I'm a triple Scorpio, everyone. So this is my playground. We have the very powerful Nine of Wands. Upright, we have the Ace of Swords reversed. We have an upright card. It's also a very difficult card. Scorpio. You're going to be tempted to throw in the towel, give up on some of the things that are worrying you. Alternatively, this is about giving up the things that aren't working. Looking inside of yourself for the freshness, the sword, the truth that you're neglecting that will cut through the things in yourself that you need to cut through, the Gordian knots. I see this as a month of clarity for you, a month of power. I see this like the myth of Samson and the pillars. I see this card like a very great, strong man when they least expected him to show his strength. He took down the entire temple of their enemies through their great strength and tenacity. So don't underestimate the power that is within you. It doesn't matter if people look down upon it. What matters is your self-belief. What matters is that acting on your belief, on who you are, and saying yes to that idea that was put in you from the deepest part of yourself. You can see these hands are going both ways, like Zoroaster, moving as swords. You'll balance like Ahura Mazda, Lucifer and Ahriman, meaning what that means is that you'll balance the light and the dark. You'll balance these energies. You'll balance the flame, but it will be very tiring. Take a lot of time to rest, recharge, but also strengthen, fortify. The month has a lot of potential for sudden breakthroughs. It will mature by the end of the month. The confusion and the cloudiness, dreaminess that you'll go through will end with either a preparation or a final breakthrough of clarity and precision in what you're seeing. A sudden breakthrough, a fresh idea. So, yeah, Scorpio, dig in deep. Mouse Cruz, what do you think about Scorpio in light of these cards?
Yeah, it gets back to the top, the primary reading here of humbleness. And it really just speaks to that, to be humble and really embrace that, because it's only going to be good. The foundations that you're building are so hard and so solid that absolutely there's going to be a breakthrough. But focus on that humbleness. The challenges and the, when we're getting chopped off, when the lawn is getting mowed, it's seems distressing, but allow yourself to lie low and allow yourself to be humble and to build up those solid core necessities and build up from a really great place of strength and stability.
Move on to Sagittarius. Tell us about Sagittarius.
I'm sorry, were you asking me, Lugal?
Yeah, Sagittarius.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to blank. Water sign, as I recall. Astrology is not my long
Sagittarius is fire.
Oh, is it fire?
Yeah, very fiery. They're all about, it's about travel, higher learning. Jupiterian. It's a heavenly energy. The I Ching would be heaven.
Yeah. So I got a little distracted. My dog is barking at me in the background. I'm sorry, but I see a strong time again later in the month of March. Like all of us, you'll be feeling a lot of the humbling power, that humbleness. But as the month moves on, we're gonna see you're gonna be able to really shine and really be able to start raising that yang energy. I see activity rising from from the hidden internal and really starting to manifest as the month progresses. So a good time to maybe come out of your shell and see what you can produce. But again, this whole month, it has a real strong feeling of your spiritual guides from behind the scenes pushing to keep you humble and build strong foundations in a really good way, not in a stripping away sort of way, but probably more a more active role than some of the other signs. I'd say really letting your light come out and explore into the yin energy around you. You probably feel pretty yin, pretty docile and like quiet, like maybe there's a sense that you want to be reserved, but resist that and really shine and come out of that shell. Don't let the humbleness of the situation, of the whole feel of March here, don't let that humbleness in any way extinguish your light. Let the light continue to come. What are your thoughts, Lugal?
My thoughts are that they're going to be thinking about how they can innovate on different career things. They're going to be focusing a lot on their career. You're going to be building, the things that are in the first stage of maturation. So more starting things, but related to the finances, the career, the abundant situations. I see them needing to cultivate gratitude that they might be, because of that newness, could mature into disappointments. Could mature into an ability of finding death in realizing that what they're doing in their current situation is not bringing them life. So they're searching. You can see this figure here. The roots are deep through the feet, but through the balance, the middle path, there is the embers of light. That's that idea. You will have a breakthrough in your abundance situation. A single important idea that will overcome a lot of the disappointments, a lot of the sadness that might have been lingering. And part of the ways you can assist is fighting off the despair with gratitude. Spend a 20-minute timer giving thanks. I'm seeing that this month can also be a desert where you lack certain things, but I really appreciate what you have. You can see the skeleton is walking towards these cups. So I think you'll be yearning for emotional contentment. But what's really going to blossom is the beginnings of all that is in your earthly, financial, career aspects. A new opportunity of some kind, or the beginning stages of something. How's Cruz? Any more thoughts for Sagittarius?
Yeah, I think you say it well. The idea, like I say, of keeping that light shining as these humbling experiences come to us, have faith in the guides that are, and let what you know to be the truth, let that out and really share it. I like the practical advice of the 20-minute timer is wonderful. Gratitude to really thank God in to allow it to mature and grow. And I agree, it's easy to see in the financial spectrum that we have some really positive growth happening there.
Yeah, it's so funny. For Capricorn, they have probably the most positive spread so far out of everyone here, which makes sense because this upcoming March is pretty Saturnian. So Capricorn, you've already been in like the smog and the bog of this whole energetic situation, and you're pretty used to it. So now's the time to have a cycle of accomplishment, to speed right ahead, break through all the obstacles. Let's say the lords of time are on your side. Look at this fascinating wheel here. Look at these symbols, right? We have a lot of elements, the four directions, the different spirit, the archangels watching over you. And we even have around this time an alignment in the heavens as well. You will be speeding forth a lot of the things that held you back. Also, it looks, you look at this card, it looks similar to Saturn's rings. So I think that around you, you'll create something that is so attractive, other people will start to move around it. This is a month of your favor. And when everyone else is brought to a standstill, you're going to be the one breaking forward. The people who envy you will be held back, but you'll be rushing forward, breaking through the finish line, conquering, winning, being able to be the one that helps people know what to do, how to get what they want. We have Saturn in the center of this card as well, watching over you. Saturn as your father, as your mother. As Capricorn is ruled by this. March is going to be very good for you. So please enjoy it. Maybe write a diary. Start to communicate with yourself. What are you feeling, Melza Cruz? From what I said, what are you feeling here?
When I was speaking before about the hidden spiritual forces, they're standing right next to Capricorn. They're standing right next to you. So really take their hand. And this probably more than for any of the other signs, I'm really feeling like it's your time to really be in alignment with those forces that are pushing everything forward. So my caution to Capricorn and my advice is to focus on letting go of some of the results of those actions as you really make good progress and the painting doesn't turn out as you envisioned it. Leave some room for that. Leave some room for diversity in the results. And, do your best, and whatever the results, call them perfect. Because they may not look like they're perfect, but they're going to be mighty fine in any event.
Do Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. Aquarius is electricity. That's the next 2,000 years, starting, very recently. The Ace of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Cups. So you can see that this month you're going to be pouring out your heart to some people that you didn't think you would pour out your heart to. The situation is going to conclude with breaking different traditions. You've had different spiritual leaders in your life might disappear, or you may be in a positional time to get a guru or get some kind of spiritual mentor, or you might be preparing to be your own mentor of some sort, develop your own inner higher voice. So we could see a lot of that spiritual grail Your heart is being prepared for openness, for a new wave of freshness. But in order to feel the freshness, you have to go through seasons of drought. So this is all the prep work for your emotions to take hold and to plow the fallow ground, to plow the ground that is ready to be fertile in yourself. So you can see these, what do these cards speak to you, Mouse Cruz, for Aquarius?
I see March being a really wonderful time for Aquarius. I see you being really able to be heard and understood. So I like the idea of journaling. I like the idea of sharing your journaling with other people. I feel like it's the environment for everyone. We're coming into a period where it's much smoother. Again, assuming we stay humble and we stay to those good core values, a really beneficial time. But really, really in particular right now, later March, being really in a position to be understood and really finding a place where you fit nicely. So, like I say, I love the idea of journaling. I love the idea of sharing your journaling, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you're an artist, maybe you draw, but it looks like fertile ground of, and in particular for the type of seeds that you're sowing. I see it being really beneficial and good. I'll give the same caution I gave last time as well, to a little bit let go of the results, like let the flower grow in the way that it wants to grow. And I guess that's part of what you're seeing with the changing of traditions and maybe picking up new habits. But allow the flower to grow how it grows. Don't try to put it into a box so much. I mean, move your will forward for sure, but let go a little bit and allow the results to deviate a little bit and get some new ideas and new ways in there.
You might feel, Aquarius, you have a panel of judges in your soul, micromanaging everything. This is the month to rebel, to not hold to different traditions, different routines you have that aren't serving you. Your guide wants you to sit in between the crossroads and consult Hecate and see where you are the arbitrator of the roads. And you'll find, if you look close enough, it is your heart that sits in between this world. We like to think, oh, the world's so rational. Oh, we figured out everything. Oh, blah, 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 blah. We like to be, this world doesn't make sense. This world is topsy-turvy. That's because of the heart. Heart is unifying. Infinite evil, infinite good. You may struggle with the evil in yourself. This is a month to really accept everything that Mama Darkness is coming to give you. And realize this little diamond by this cup is dropping the substance of the Philosopher's Stone. You're going to find what you really want this month, deep within the recesses of your subconscious. And you need to be writing, communicating with yourself, possibly automatic writing, to find out what your subconscious is wanting to tell you. Do a journal, just start writing it out. And get ready to be like Jesus. Flip over the money changers tables, flip over the traditions. Drive the things out of the temple in your body and your life that aren't, the traditions that aren't serving who you are. You have the energy of this entire age, this new age that we're in. You need to utilize the new and be the pioneer. Any thought, Mouse Cruz, for Aquarius?
I love the idea of journaling and automatic writing. And I want to say again, March looks like very fertile ground for Aquarius. Like Your kind of nonsense is perfectly sensical and is just the brand of nonsense that we need. So let it show and have confidence that uh, this is your time. You probably have a feeling of being maybe pretty quiet, maybe being, I don't want to say abashed, but maybe in an extreme sense, maybe feeling a little bit abashed, but moving through that and knowing that, like I say, this is springtime. If you're a tomato plant, right? It's the time to put the early spring to put the seed in the ground. This March is going to really resonate with you. So take advantage of that and do some good with it.
Go to Pisces. So Pisces, you guys want you to know that your time of sacrificing yourself with no reward is over. There is no, for someone to be helped, for someone to be cared for, I want you to think of this new age, this new, with Pluto and Aquarius, this new time as everyone rises. Every boat in the ocean rises. Everyone wins. Because we're going to be entering so much water. We have even this fish being here highlighting your fishy nature, your abyssal nature here. Someone full of idealization, dreaminess. I think this month is taking you away from being in situations where every answer is wrong and it's only about illumination, into the harmony of taking your idealization, birthing it into the illumination, the inspiration. You might be getting downloads this month from the dream world, from your imagination. Pay attention to it. This is prime time for soaking in the radiance from the glory of that water energy, that Neptunian energy. And see, it's like a mermaid. It's like glorious, a glorious time, abyssal time. You can see how small this the hangman card, the little thing that's hanging there, is so tiny in light of the universe. I think you're going to see the true grandeur of the nature of your reality. I think you're going to question the nature of your reality and choose to be the artist, to be in the unknown, and that's okay. I think you've beat yourself up over not knowing and not seeing, because you might have had other people's voices coming in and shaming you about that, but you're embracing your watery, dreamy nature this month. You're experiencing the fruit of all of those years where things didn't work, where you were the thing that was working. You were the diamond being created. The diamond is around just so much pressure and heat, but it's being made in the process. Malza Cruz, what would you say for Pisces?
Yeah, it looks like a whale blowing. Like I see a lot of peaceful waters being disrupted, but not in a good way, in a way that spreads it about, creates a lovely mist. I think that we're seeing the force of heaven coming from behind, from below, and pushing what was still waters up and really elevating and moving that forward. And I see the fire element sort of contending. I don't want to say contending with it, but maybe creating some chaos, some upheaval actually is a perfect word, but I don't want to say it in the sense of that people usually think of, like a building being upheaved, but of uh, great pressure from below pushing these forces up. So uh, for practical advice, I think it's kind of like the wind is at your back, right? And pushing you forward. So good time to take the lessons learned, to take the yin energy that's been, or excuse me, the yang energy that's been growing inside you and allowing it to bubble up and spray out, and maybe come in contact with those fire elements and turning into steam. But I do see a lot of, like I say, the initial image that comes to mind is a whale blowing out its nose, right? The big, or there's some kind of ground swelling happening here of the yang energy coming out and mixing with the environment and getting upset, but not upset. I keep saying it in bad terms. That's not at all what I mean. I mean in terms of like shooting it out, spreading it forth.
I see you entering into the illumination that you've cultivated over many years.
A lot of that was inside coming out in really amazing ways.
Yeah, so thank you, Pisces. I want to conclude this entire reading for all 12 signs with just a conclusion. Give us a conclusion, a summation of how you see all of the energies playing out for these signs. What is happening? What is going on?
I feel like the overwhelming message here is that you used the illusion of the diamond earlier, being under pressure. We're really reaching the point now where that pressure has been pulled off, and that diamond is now in its permanent state of beauty and really in a position to shine forth. And I want to encourage everyone to feel that transition from, maybe parts of me have been being cleared away and parts of me have been compressed. And there's probably some real learnings, and probably a lot of those learnings have been hard, but really understanding that we've created such a solid foundation and such a wonderful place to go forward in growth. And we'll really see that through the end of March, that we're really going to feel that growth and those opportunities to show what we've learned, not in a prideful way, but to show how the humility has grown us as people. And that'll really, the universe is really in a position to resonate with that and feel it and move forward with you to create beautiful things.
Yes. And yeah, thanks to everyone who is watching this video all the way to the end. Really appreciate your support for supporting Lugal's world, bringing you spirituality, opportunities, different guests. Doing this for 11 years. We appreciate you booking a reading with myself as well as Malzacruz. We're interested in knowing your feedback. The comment section is your diary. Please share this video. If you have a nudge in your soul to share this, it means you should. Find some people in your life that need to hear this message. Scorpio, Libra, something that will cause a deeper appreciation of the depth that is inside them. This channel is bringing people into greater awareness of themselves, to harmony with the Tao. We wish everyone here Have a magical day or evening. Please check out the myriad of other content that we have here. Wish all of you a very safe, powerful, meaningful life. Peace.